Hello, third year students. In today's class, we will be continuing with the poem Christabel. Until now, we have read that Christabel has brought Geraldine into the castle with her, and when she is walking through the castle, some bad omens happen, like an angry moaning sound by the dog and a sudden shoot up of flame from the dying fire. And then Geraldine enters into Christabel's room, and there she senses the presence of the spirit of Christabel's dead mother, and she tries to ward off the spirit by claiming that Christabel now belongs to her. Now let us continue with the poem. Then Christabel knelt by the lady's side and raised to heaven her eyes so blue. Alas, said she, this ghastly rite, dear lady, it hath wildered you. Christabel is thinking that Geraldine's misadventure with her kidnappers has caused this mad behavior. In previous stanza, we have seen Geraldine's crying in hollow voice, of wandering mother, this hour is mine. So Christabel is talking about that behavior. So then Christabel knelt by the lady's side. So Christabel sympathetically sits down by Geraldine's side and says, Alas, said she, this ghastly ride, dear lady, it hath wildered you. This ghastly ride, that terrible ride on white horses, has wildered you, have made you crazy. The lady wiped her moist cold brow and faintly said, "'Tis over now." The lady, Geraldine wipes the sweat from her brow, that is moist, her brow, moist brow, cold brow, and she is sweating because of the fit she underwent, and faintly said, "It is over now," faintly, lightly, in soft voice, as if she was exhausted. She says, "It's over now." And Christabel thinks that she means that her madness caused by her kidnapping was only temporary and she has recovered from it. What Geraldine actually meant is that she has successfully driven away the guardian spirit of Christabel's mother, who was trying to protect her. And that's why she says, "'Tis over now." Again the wildflower wine she drink, her fair large eyes gain glitter bright. Geraldine drinks some more of the wine that was offered by Christabel. She drinks it. Her fair large eyes again glitter bright. Her beautiful big eyes starts glittering. Her eyes were glittering bright now, and she appears to be fine now. And from the floor whereon she sank, the lofty lady stood upright. Geraldine gets up from the floor. She stands up straight like a lofty lady, a tall lady. She was most beautiful to see, like a lady of a far country. She looked beautiful like a lady of some far country, of some exotic place. And thus the lofty lady spake, and she starts speaking. All they who live in the upper sky do love you, holy Christabel. And she says, Geraldine tells Christabel that the angels of heaven, all those who live in the upper sky, the angels that live in heaven, love you, do love you, holy Christabel. They love you, they adore you, and you love them, and for their sake, for the good which me befell, even I in my degree will try, fair maiden, to requite you well. She says, and you love them, you also love them, the angels, for their sake, for angels' sake, for the good which me befell, for the goodness, the kindness you have shown to me. Even I in my degree will try, fair maiden, to requite you well. She says she is here wishing to pay back Christabel for her kindness as much as she can. Even in my degree will try, as much as she can, she will try to pay back Christabel. But now unrobe yourself, for I must pray ere yet in bed I lie. She asked Christabel to unrobe, to undress herself, for I must pray. Ere yet in bed I lie. She must pray before joining Christabel in bed, but here it is not clear to whom does she want to pray and for what. Quoth Christabel, so let it be, and as the lady bade, did she. Quoth means said. Christabel said, so let it be. Christabel agreed to her demand of joining her into the bed, and she did accordingly as the lady bade, as Geraldine said. Her gentle limbs did she undress and lay down in her loveliness. She undresses herself and lies beside Geraldine. But through her brain of weal and woe, so many thoughts moved to and fro. And when Christabel lied beside Geraldine, her head is filled with so many thoughts, her brain of weal and woe. Weal means thoughts of happiness, woe, sorrow, thoughts of good and bad. So many thoughts are coming to her mind that vain it were her lids to close, so halfway from the bed she rose. because because of that, because of all these thoughts of goodness, of good and bad, she was unable to close her eyes. She was unable to sleep. So she halfway from the bed she rose, and on her elbow did recline to look at the Lady Geraldine. She was unable to sleep, so she gets up from the bed and she leans her head on elbow and she looks at the Lady Geraldine. Okay, let's stop here. This much for today's session. Thank you.